Hey, friends, welcome into the TexAgs.
Whoa.
Welcome.
It's like a 979 number when you call back in the day. I know you called one or two, right? Anybody?
979. Let's see area code here.
It's
1-900 or
1-900.
what did I say?
You said
979.
Shout out Brazos County.
If you want that voice, it's 979-693-1150.
976 number is what I meant to say, and 1-900. Halloween inspection.
Where is this
Perfect in portions with your hair-raising savings on Texas' largest selection of lower-priced wines, spirits, and beers. Fan show guys are here with us. Gentlemen, favorite part of the show, Dr. Chad.
This is my favorite part of the fan show right here. Look at that.
Check.
Look
at that.
America. I got a check for eating a lot of cake. What other country can you do that? You can't.
Yeah.
Roy?
I mean, there's probably other countries.
There's probably
a couple.
Do they write checks in other countries?
It's, maybe big checks. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's your
I think it's
face
an
on
American
them.
thing.
You're like Happy Gilmore.
It was really random and small. I didn't get to catch the whole show because I had some meetings, but I really like Coach Denton coming on and talking just about those. The two Aggies that met in the finals.
That was good.
It's just really cool.
Okay.
Fan show. What? We're awesome.
Ego.
Wow.
I'm gonna go to the fan show. I missed it last week because I had the flu, and I came back this week, and it's been great. Great
It's good to be back.
Well, Steve Denton's his own piece of content. He's not on the rewind, so you lose. On the fan show, Olin Buchanan, Stephen McGee, and Ryan Swope. Nobody said them, right?
No.
Nope. Okay, you guys suck. Aaron Torres,
AT.
and believe it or not,
We did it.
I didn't say that.
No,
We did it.
I didn't say it.
Jim
We
Turner,
did
right?
it. Coach Turner. It's Coach Turner.
No, that's behind a paywall. It is the fan show.
Yes.
That's the last bit of free content we had. Here you go. So what's the biggest thing that A&M has to do on the road? Because there's this feeling that A&M has turned the corner. And then you're like, but wait, we've only seen one road game, and it was great. We've only seen one road game, and this is the SEC, brother. So what do we have to see from Texas A&M on the road, regardless of opponent? What has to happen?
Well, I don't mean to sound like a coach,
You can sound like a coach.
but the first thing you have to do, the first thing on the road, especially against the team you should beat, is take care of the football. You can't help your opponent because if you give Arkansas, especially at home, a reason to believe they're going to win a game, they might. What you got to play a clean football game, take care of the ball, don't help them. And look, we're going to say this about it almost every game. If A&M doesn't have a lot of turnovers, minimizes their penalties, and doesn't squander any opportunities. I mean, squander opportunities. Hey, you had to turn the ball over on downs because you didn't pick up a 4th and 1, or you missed a couple of field goals or things like that, or you throw an interception in the end zone when you're driving, right? They'll win because they're a better football team. But on the road, you become the mistakes get magnified on the road.
They do. If A&M does what they should do, right? And again, that question is very difficult to answer because what you should do is not as easy as that, right? But if you do exactly what you said, just don't make those mistakes, I don't know what game they shouldn't win on their schedule.
Well, I think, and I think Schoon pointed this out too, and I agreed with him. I think that when they play Arkansas on Saturday, that the defensive game plan is going to be almost identical to what they did against Florida. Because all the things that DJ Lagway is, a threat to run and, make big plays, things like that, Taylor Green is.
We act like it's the Heisman Trophy we're giving. A&M is the wrecking crew. That's who we are. Now sometimes we don't live up to that.
Right.
We have absolutely lived up to it this year.
100%. Well, especially in the last 3 weeks. They've gained their footing. Cassius Howell off the edge. Hayes adding these guys in. Onyedem up front. But how about Damian Sanford? No one's really talking about this dude. This guy's balling.
Every game there's a play that you're like, oh, that's a game changer.
Yeah, and I thought Torian York, really the last several weeks too, is starting to blossom. I mean, they've really come into their own. And then, on the back end, like last week against Florida, we gave up some plays. But if you look at those, I mean, our guys are right there. I mean, they're just making great throws and catches. And so I think this defense is playing at a high level at all 3 levels, which is exciting.
Yeah, for sure. I think our season really, we're going to be tested right now going on the road for the next 3 weeks. It's going to mold who we really are. I think I'm fully confident in this football team. I think we've got a really good team. Mm-hmm. I was listening to some of the press conferences earlier on in this week. And I feel like these guys are just saying the right things. And that's a testament to Coach Mike Elko about preparation. I mean, they keep talking about preparation, how Mike Elko has these guys ready to go Monday through Friday. And then they go out there on Saturday and they play free. That's key. And honestly, I've been to a couple practices and you can see their practice skills and their practice habits. It's rolling over for them on Saturday.
On game day.
Yeah, and they're just figuring it out. And that's huge.
So I hate to repeat myself so often on the show, but I'm going to say something to you guys that I've been saying. The reason this year feels different to me than last year is when they were 7-1, OB and I would be sitting right over there talking about like some areas of like, yeah, they're winning, but they can't tackle. Yeah, they're winning, but they give up these huge plays. You know, and that was always like my concern last year. I am not saying that this year. They gang tackle. The comment you just made a moment ago about Des Ricks when he was being targeted, I thought for the most part, he had really good coverage. It was a perfect pass and perfect catch, right?
Yeah.
And they adjusted.
I think to a degree it does feel different. And, you know, obviously, unfortunately, that was my first thought as well when I saw the news. You know, I was watching the game, but then the news come out afterward. It does feel different. I think this is a more complete team, a more mature team. I mean, I think I used the word complete when discussing the Aggies, you know, about 7 straight times last week when we were discussing them. You know, was last year the year that Ruben Owens was out last year, right? I know he
Correct.
had a season-ending injury 1 year. So that's part of it. Why I said it sort of feels different, I think the only thing for me is that last year, I know that A&M had a big win early at Florida, but it did feel like the back half of the year without Le'Veon Moss. But when you went on the road, that's where some of the struggles began. Obviously, last year it was at South Carolina, at Auburn. And this year, you know, listen, I think the only thing that you cannot say about the Aggies, they had that great win at Notre Dame, so that you certainly could say they've been on the road and are road tested. But, you know, to have 3 straight in the SEC against what we now know are 3 not very good teams, I do think that's the part that, to me, we still have to see is, can you beat the good teams on the road? I don't know that necessarily starts this weekend with Arkansas, but I'll tell you this, man, Arkansas can put up points and move the ball. And if you don't come out ready to play, they're gonna be able to put up points on you quickly.
Well, I agree with everything you said. I think Mississippi State isn't a bad team. And Florida, that's a hard one for me to say because I think talent-wise, they're legit good, man. And if you look at who they've played, you know, so they're not top 10 team, obviously, but I just think that's a hard one to match up with. And, you know, I think you have some intel that Billy Napier probably won't be around next week.
Well, yeah, a couple things on Mississippi State. You know, it's all relative, right? They're probably one of the top 30 teams in the country. I don't think they're a top half of the SEC team, though. But what I will say, and we'll get to Napier in a minute, and I think you and I have talked about this over the previous few weeks, is that I remember talking to you in August, David, about the schedule and the need to win on the road. All of a sudden, listen, you know, Texas doesn't look unbeatable on the road, and LSU certainly doesn't look unbeatable even on the road. I know that's a night game next week, whatever. But listen, I'll just say this. I don't think LSU can move the ball at all. And I think Texas looked good last week, but we'll see if they can sustain it over the next 6 weeks.
I think Arkansas better pray for rain because they're not getting a miracle. I think, and it gets blown out of proportion a little bit, I think, how rain affects the passing game. It doesn't affect it as much as it used to 10, 20 years ago. Just footballs are different. You know, we have dudes wear gloves. Like, it's a little different, right? I think wind affects it more than rain, quite frankly. I keep hearing this phrase, A&M's dialing up the pressure, right? They're dialing up the pressure on defense. But we're not dialing up the pressure. Like, we live in the pressure. Just this defense doesn't have to dial up massive blitzes to be effective. And when you can do that, you free up your linebackers, you free up your safeties and corners. The ability to get home with just a standard rush. You want to talk about defense traveling? Watch the game on Saturday. Mm-hmm. And I don't like the weather situation just because you start the game, then stop it and start it kind of thing. That doesn't favor anybody, no matter how it goes. But you've got to be excited about this defense. And I get that the Arkansas offense looks good. And the whole Petrino factor, I think, is getting blown out of proportion. If he wants a revenge, go ahead, man. This is not the defense you think it is. So I think, like, I'm looking forward to this defense shutting down what people think is an absolutely ridiculously explosive offense. Last time we went to Fayetteville, I was there. It was rainy. We beat the brakes off of them. Different team, but I don't care. Like, give me the Ags all day in this one.
Ags all day.
I had a question come up this week, and I figured this would be a good place to pose this.
Therapy. Let's go.
Oh, boy.
All right. So let me ask you this. This came up this week. If someone told you, hey, I can guarantee, no, it doesn't matter what the order is, but you go 2-1 over this next stretch, would you take it right now?
I mean, I'd take it, but I'd rather be 3-0.
Yeah, but no, I mean, like, there's the possibility, like, the possibility's there. We could go 3-0 in this stretch, right?
Well,
would you take 2-1 right now?
2-1 almost solidifies you in the playoffs.
yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, you take it. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't look at any of these games as like, like I don't. And
I did before the season.
Yes.
Right, that's true.
Right.
LSU and Missouri.
All right, Mr. Chad, I want you to close it out for us. All right, but I want you to use anything you can think of from Happy Gilmore as you close it out.
Oh man, anything.
The prices. Sorry.
Can't say that one, but I will say, let's have a great game. Let's play clean, smart football, and let's all meet at the 9th green, 9 o'clock tonight.
19th.
19th. Oh, so close.
No. It was the 9th green. It was the 9th green. Yeah.
I was just going to punch him in the chest and be like, 364 days till hockey season. You got to get tougher.
You shouldn't have been standing there.
And no like, comment, subscribe.
I think you should like and comment, subscribe. I subscribe to TexAgs.
And share.
Thank you. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Gig 'em.